Alright, peace. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Give a double honor to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. Give a double honor to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has awoken in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. Alright, brothers and sisters, I want to talk about something real brief. Talking about the situation with Hoffa and these new allegations that allegedly, he supposed to put his hands on this woman or whatever, right? Now I was briefly listening to his live, and he was saying that basically it was an incident or an argument that him and his girl had maybe 2 years ago. Don't nobody really know the situation, but if it was 2 years ago, a lot of times we can't really look at a person for what they did 2-3 years ago. You have to look at the person now. But in his case, we gotta pay attention of why is all this stuff happening with this brother. Because whoever put those videotapes out, they've been monitoring and they've been paying attention to a lot of things that he's been doing for the past couple of years. And if you go back to his battle rap days, he was always in controversy just as well. And why is it that it's always controversy dealing with this brother? And one of the reasons why I think that it's always controversy with him is because he put himself in situations that he really don't have no business putting himself in. Like I remember one time he was battle rapping this guy, he was shorter than him, and they was going back and forth, and the next thing you know, he just hit the guy in the face, and they got to fighting and stuff like that. And see, when you battle rap, brothers and sisters, it's not supposed to be no violence like that. And he will make the statement that he hung around a bunch of grimy knucklehead people. You know what I'm saying? So controversy followed him then. Then there was another time where he got into it with a Caucasian guy. The Caucasian dude was a battle rapper. And his crew against the white boy's crew. And the white boy almost knocked him out, And see, that's what I'm saying, like, he's always involved in what you would call some controversy. Because when you battle rap, really, you're supposed to battle with spoken words. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be no gang activity, So, with my expert opinion, this is a kind of like a new slate. He created a podcast, and I guess, he started out with certain people, and then later on, EXO and this other guy, I think the other guy was already there, but they started to make headways, and the podcast started, going on and started being a success. But here's the controversy again. They started getting into it about money issues. EXO and the other brother felt like he was cutting them out of money that they feel like that they could have capitalized on, And he's feeling like because he created the whole thing that he's supposed to be, not so much getting everything, but the full share of everything, in which to a certain degree that's true, right? But when you listen to EXO and the other brothers and them, he said it was a lot of things that he was doing behind the scenes that he wasn't even telling them about. And they were some of the people that was behind the scenes doing things just as well, see. So when you're dealing with your workers and things of this nature, you gotta be humble, man, and not being a pushover and stuff like that. See, he made a statement. He said that, well, I bought them clothes and things of this nature, which may be true, but at the end of the day, this is business. See, and you always got to conduct yourself a certain type of way when you're dealing with business. Now, you had Bigger, and then later on, you had Champ on the show, and then allegations is around this guy talking about he did them the same way he was doing EXO and the other dudes that left his show for bag fuel, that he was being shisty with the money. And see, that's the whole thing. It's always some type of controversy dealing with this guy. And he'll go behind them and he'll make a podcast and stuff like that. But see, at the end of the day, you got to examine yourself. And that's what a lot of us don't do. We don't really look at ourselves in the mirror and say, is it really me, or is it these guys that I'm associated with? Are they really out to try to befriend me? And then next thing you know, they trying to take my business away from me. Or is it me? Am I really a grind ball? See? And I think a lot of times we don't look at ourselves in the mirror and see if it's me, because now we see some stuff with some people bringing out some things. And you never know, man. This thing is so crazy. It probably is not even none of those people that he had issue with. It can be his sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Because with all this controversy, what is that? It's content. Or it could be him doing this. He and his sponsors could be putting out certain things to create content for controversy, because black folks love controversy. If he can put it in your head to make you think that somebody put out some information about him, what you gonna do? You gonna subscribe, you gonna look at that, because you already looking at controversy anyway. So a lot of times, brothers and sisters, we have to pay attention to what's going on out here. And see, a lot of you brothers and sisters, you so fixated about what's going on in this man's life and what's going on behind the scenes, then you worried about your own life, or the things that you got going on, or what's going on in the world. See, the Bible says that they were eating, drinking, and being married. That's symbolic of the people that was married to the society and the social order. They worried about all of the hoopla. They worried about being rich. They worried about all the vain things that's going on. But when destruction hit, they like a deer caught in the headlights. While all y'all sitting back worried about what Mav Hoffa is doing, you're not even worried about the United States of America in war with all these countries. Because you think that your daddy, the so-called white man, and your mama, the so-called white woman, is gonna take care of every need that you have. But let me hit you with something. When your ceiling come crashing in, you can't blame nobody except yourself. It's because you're not doing the necessary things to make sure your house is standing on a firm foundation. So, with that being said, peace, shalom.